Welcome everybody to this wonderful Saturday afternoon my time, and it's now morning here where we are in the Caribbean area. We're going to have a reasonably long flight today, so early on the disclaimer, you guys are welcome to come and go as you please, you know. According to the planning, it looks like approximately 3.5 hours we're going to have a block time of 3.5 hours, so we're just going to take it easy, enjoy ourselves. I'll be keeping myself busy as well while the aircraft flies. So you're welcome to chat a lot. Please don't be too quiet, and then just enjoy it. You know, it is what it is, and hopefully we will do this flight successfully and safely. And that's about it. Welcome, Mac, and who else joined me just now? I see you're the only one here. Hello, Mac.
Good day to you, Nico.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just woken up.
All right, okay.
Mind you, you sound not overly awake.
I've had a headache most of the day. It's better now, but it wasn't fun. Today was not a good medically speaking day. I've taken some medication. If these eustachian tubes don't open very soon, I'm gonna have to go see the doctor because it's hurting me.
You sound worn out.
I'm kind of, but you know, if I start snoring, you must just shout at me. You know, anybody listening, we don't want to hear you snore. You know. We'll see, because I'm spent. But a man's got to do what a man's got to do. We're gonna fly now. Right. Okay. The only thing I still have to do is my automatic unicom. Then I can push. I'm ready to go.
Ground to cockpit. Tau is driving up.
Right. Get my volume sorted.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Tau connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Before start procedure. Before start procedure. Press the wrong button.
Before start procedure. Before start procedure completed.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Hello, Cor. Welcome.
25 and 2.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine. Hello, Paul.
Starting number 1 engine.
Hello.
Are you flying with?
I am. A little bit behind schedule.
Okay.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Ja, dankie Cor. Alles goed en met jou?
$25 and 2. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure completed. Flaps 5 set.
Nice and hot here today on this island, 27 degrees Celsius, and
Taxi lights on.
we are not fully loaded, but we're reasonably loaded, so we should have a nice takeoff run. Hello, Captain Flaps 15, welcome. before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure completed.
Approaching 09.
Stabilized.
On runway 09.
Takeoff thrust set. knots. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Approaching transition. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Already down.
Gear up.
Gear up. Runway turn off, lights off. Flaps 1 set. Flaps upset.
Yeah, she was thinking of the cat this morning again. Thousand to level off.
1000 to level off.
I took it away from the auto because I started to pick up all the discoloring. But I mean, yeah, on first glance, I'm with you. This auto, I mean, I'm loving it. It's nice to have it, but the discoloring gets me, man. I don't understand how the quality control on these photos can be this terrible. At least I suppose it's not default stuff. At least there is some water. Adventurous, hey Paul?
What's that, sir?
I say, you're adventurous. Flight level 410 planned.
That's what I've got planned.
Mm,
Have I been stupid there, or what?
no, not at all. No, it's not a criticism at all.
Missed something obvious, have I?
No, not at all, not at all. No. I just go through my normal routine. I got flight level 340. That's how it ended up on my side. But if you can manage 41, I mean, this is a long flight. You'll probably get there easy. You know.
Yeah, I plugged in the recommended cruise altitude from the VA, which was 390
Approaching transition.
interactive sky, and it said try 430. So
Okay.
I thought,
No, you couldn't do
so I
that.
thought, I think from memory, the highest a Zibo can go is 41.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's what I opted for. I don't know whether it's going to be an advantage, or how
Well,
much more efficient an engine is at that level rather than a
Well,
couple of 1,000 feet lower.
we'll find out soon enough, but just
Transition
FYI, we are
altitude.
flying west, so the flight level should actually be 400 now that I think about it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what have you chosen?
I've got 340, that's what SimBrief said to me, so I'm busy checking it out now.
I got 3.9 off the VA, and well, sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't go to the normal pattern, does it?
It doesn't, yeah. So, Active Sky tells me 380 will be the better one for me, but now if I change it to 380, let's see what it says then. 380. Yeah, now it says 420. You understand? So your reasoning is 100%. It's just, anyway, mine's now planned at 3.4. I'll stick there. Stick to it.
And I'm probably 1,000 feet out.
Yeah, you just need to.
Yeah, well, I didn't go researching it, I'll confess
Sure.
to that.
Sure.
I just trusted the guy who put the route on the VA, I think.
Yeah, I know him.
Whoever
I'll
that was.
speak to him.
Have a word with him.
Yeah. I need to fix that because 390 is wrong. While we're talking about it, let me go fix it now. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget. You know. Okay, it's fixed now. I see the difference between flight level 340 and 380 is 5 knot less on the nose on the winds, because it looks like we're reading at that level for a headwind. So according to Active Sky, the only benefit is 5 knots. So I'll stick to 340 for now.
Well, I have wondered whether Active Sky makes its decision on factors other than just the headwind. I mean, does it take into account the efficiency of altitude? I'm sure it must do at some stage. But does it
Probably
refine it that accurately? I suppose
Not
that's
sure.
my question.
not sure. BKG, hello, and thanks for watching while you're having a lunch. You must enjoy that. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, but my attention obviously was a bit otherwise occupied. Correct, yes, about that 420 thing is a problem. Well, we're using PHP VMS. Initially, we didn't go for the FS Airlines because of cost, and we are now so well established in PHP VMS, to move now is going to be an absolute nightmare. So we're busy upgrading on our side behind the scenes and so on, but it's just another VA, you know. We're preloading all our routes and stuff, so it's growing by leaps and bounds, eh?
My friend. How do I look today?
Just the same as always, Linda, dearest. Just the same as always. Hey, blogger man. Blogger man, just off the top of my head, it should alter it and it should make a difference, and you could run out of fuel if you don't do it correctly. You know, you have to look at fuel burn and what's available and what not, so don't alter too much. If you alter anything, just keep your eye on it, that you don't run into trouble. On a long flight like this, I think it's going to be, depending on the winds and the efficiency, probably beneficial to just climb a little bit higher. But again, just keep your eye on everything.
1000 to level off.
Flaps 13. Yeah. I'm almost at the top of climb.
I see you're on leg 11, Nico.
Indeed, sir. Right, so there we go. We have 1014 nautical miles, 13 to go now to top of the descent. 1806. Yeah, when he comes, you can ask him. I know from my time in the cockpit what the guys do, but I mean, our longest trip inside of South Africa is Joburg and Cape Town, and what the guys do is they actually check the winds, and then they check, you know, the optimal flight level. If you go to your cruise page over here, you see there it says optimal and maximum. So optimal flight level is 360. We're currently at 340. So based upon that, I mean, I've watched them plenty of times, you know, get authorization to climb, and then they go for optimal, and then they just go and sit there. So within those parameters, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I still, you know, would keep my eye on things so that you don't run out of fuel somewhere along the line because you tried to be a cowboy. batteries are better with those. Flight Trapster, hello, welcome. I can't say I've ever flown here in the simulator. Have you flown here before, Paul? This area?
Never have, sir, no.
Closest I've done is I've come from Miami down to St. Martin, you know, but not in a flight like this. And that's
Not
supposed.
part of the world of explored very much, to be honest.
Yeah, same, yeah. JP Sound, greetings, greetings. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. I wish I could fax it to you. It will be there. It would have been there very quickly. Oh, nice. Flight Trapster, I recall your name. Sorry, I missed that sentence of yours. Yeah, I recall your name, definitely. And if you go to my YouTube channel, there's a 4.5 minute little tutorial on how to do it with a little nav map. So just hop on over to the actual channel, scroll down a little bit. It's there in the Explain 11 related tutorials. Excellent. Yeah, it's quick.
I'm actually, to be honest, very afraid to fly.
Too bad, Annie. Really too bad. Well, I hope you guys have got some snacks and something to drink with you, because this is going to be a bit of a long flight. I didn't realize it was going to be such a tremendous effort to go from right to left over the map. For sure.
You know, looking at the SID there, it held me at the correct altitudes twice.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
You know something interesting?
Several things, but go on.
Yeah, the KLM VA.
You know?
They've told me off
I
once
got great
before
manicure this
for
time.
flying an even flight level on a track, according to the semicircular rule that requires an odd flight level. So now I'm looking on WebEye, and there's this aircraft behind me, and we're on a track. We're going Morocco from Manchester. That's about 186 or 187. So it's an even track in that, an even flight level. And this guy behind me, I told him, dude, you planned flight level 350. It should be even. And I just had a look, and this guy is IVAO PP, private pilot.
Yeah, that's same rating as what I've got. Doesn't take much to get there. Torsten, the problem is once you get into Portuguese airspace, for instance, it doesn't work east to west, it works north to south. So you need to be on an odd going south. I'm not sure if you've heard of that one before, but there are there are a few different countries in Europe that actually work north to south instead of east to west. Portugal is one of them. Italy, as far as I know, is the other one.
Yeah.
You have to change to odds going south.
Yeah, so how do you do that actually? Because you take off, let's say, Manchester.
Yeah, you have to do level
and where
change.
you have to do a level change because you've got a planned flight level, obviously.
Yes.
And it starts off with the correct even level.
Yeah.
And then you have to change. Okay.
Yeah. Hello, James. No, sir, I'm not the actual creator. I am involved with the support, the PRO, the videos, the testing. I do a whole bunch of things as my responsibility towards the project, but Lubos is the name of the person whose nickname is Zibo, and he made the Zibo. Hope that makes sense. And Eldon, this is Zibo Mod. I'm not allowed to show you the level up yet. So the moment I get released from my NDA, I will start showing off the level up stuff. Right now it's just all locked up. Yeah, the tablet has been custom made for myself, for me. Torsten, you're going to have to Google this story so you have got an idea of which countries work which way. Or you're going to have to file the flight level on SimBrief Auto, and then on the top left hand side it will tell you the step climbs or descents that you need to do. That's the only other way you're going to know when to do what.
Yeah, but let's say I don't do it. I'm going to enter some airspace here in a moment. Then Madrid control here, he's probably going to be telling me then, eh?
Yeah, the ATC will guide you, he'll tell you. Thank you, James, much appreciated. Did you?
Interesting.
Sorry, Paul.
Sorry, it seems that we're going from QNH to altitude by the time we arrive in Mexico.
They probably fall on the FAA then, so we're going to inches. Something like that. Let's have a look see. Yep, you're correct. We're going to inches.
Sorry, I was making a noise and you were about to speak.
That's okay. What I wanted to know, or wanted to say, I wanted to actually brag about the Zibo Mod. Do you guys realize that the Zibo Mod is the only 737 in any flight simulator? P3D, FSX, Microsoft Flight Sim, you name them, Flight Gear, whatever. This is the only 737 that has got dynamic CG shift. I don't know if you guys realize that. That is how advanced this aircraft is. It actually simulates dynamic CG shift because of fuel burn during flight. It's the only one that does that. It's the only one that's got an MMR, which gives us the capability of flying GLS, EGNOS, WAS, proper LPV stuff. There's no other 737 in any simulator that has got this functionality. Nowhere, ever on this earth. It was the first one, it's still the only one, and that actually makes me kind of proud of this thing. Really, more than just normal, you know. It's just so advanced. Indeed, James, it's amazing. It does, sir. It does. And it's not done yet. I mean, Lubos's dream from the beginning, and that's why I latched on to the project myself, was to make the most realistic 737 in any flight simulator. Now, depending on who you talk to, you obviously get fanboys on both sides and things like that. But once you put the technical specs next to each other and you start comparing models and things like that, this thing is a beast, eh? This thing, something in a different class. And it's not done yet, like I said. It's constantly worked on. You're welcome. I don't know about soon, but I can only guess eventually there will have to be. In terms of the level up aircraft, they've got a pretty neat new sound pack, 7.1 surround sound and all enabled. That is mind-blowing to hear that. I tried to get the 3D surround sound going in the Zibo Mod the other day. Zibo quickly gave me a rundown of how to do it, but I must be honest, I failed miserably and I never went back to him to ask for help. But man, you must hear the sound in the level up aircraft. That is mind-blowing compared to this. Well, tell you what, I'm proud of this creation. I'm proud to be part of the team. I'm proud to be able to show it off. So you guys must just enjoy it. Alden, not that I know of, not currently. In the future, he might get involved with payware stuff, but not right now. I know there are rumors, but I mean, it's rumors. We'll have to see what happens. Cor, that is true. Interestingly enough, we've had quite a few discussions about that, because quite a few people have asked us directly in so many words to stop developing it because they're finding it too difficult to fly now. You know, and unfortunately it's not going to happen. They're going to have to up their skills a bit. They're going to have to study more. They're going to have to learn more and do more, practice more. So we've been through those discussions. We've had plenty of them. Guys complaining they can't fly it anymore. You know, it happens. Thank you, James. I know the feeling. Wait till Zibo shows up. Tell you what, even till this day, it's an honor for me to just speak to him still. And him and I often talk, you know. It's but he's such a great guy, you know. So we all have our heroes, you know, guys we can look up to. And I often stand amazed when I just speak to him and, you know, the real pilots involved in the project. It's just amazing. Correct, Cor. It's gone way past that. And you know what, if you ever see me get, you know, short-tempered or something on, I don't know how to explain it, on Facebook or somewhere, it usually revolves around the fact that people don't grasp this. This is not about a game anymore. This is way, way, way more, you know, realistic to be in the game field. And it kind of makes me sad and angry and a whole mixture of emotions when people don't even want to read a little guide, you know. And then I think to myself, how on earth are you going to fly this if you still have to study the FCOM and have to fly this thing correctly according to the correct procedures? Because it's not a very forgiving aircraft. If you overspeed the flaps, it's going to break off. If you do something stupid, it's going to bite you. And it's an interesting, you know, mix of emotions I go through when I see the lazy people on Facebook who just want to sponge on other people and ask quick questions, but they don't want to study. And I go, how are you going to fly this plane? How do you expect to fly this aircraft? I don't know, you know. And then I kind of lose it some days and I have to walk away and catch my breath and come back. It's an interesting yo-yo effect that I go through. You know, if I look at the amount of hours I put in and, you know, doing just what I do, and then I look at what the rest of the team guys do, it's mind-blowing. Hello, Kent. All well, yes. I'm not aware of it. I do know that there is a livery that you can download, or maybe more than one livery from the org that does make it into a freighter. I'm not sure what modifications it's actually, doing to the airframe, but I've seen plenty of pictures of it. I've never tried to do it, but maybe have a look there. Indeed. Sometimes you just got to look for it. It's not always easy to find it. But guys, if you start on the Zibo forum, start there. There is a sub-thread in the Zibo forum specifically for liveries. Go start there. Oh yes, I'm with you. Only the best.
That was a long one.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Those last two hops are going to kill you, Uncle John, if that's long.
Not at all, you know me. I'll get through it.
I know, I'm pulling your socks. Well, today is my first long one, this 3 and a bit hour one that we're doing now. How long was your flight, sir?
Close on 4.
Okay.
Four hours 52 duration.
Yeah, that's long. James, no, this is Linda. And Linda is a great help for me. She's voice activated as well, so I can speak to her and she does things for me here in the cockpit that no one else can do for me. So she's part of the automated side of things now, so she handles a lot of the switches and things that an FO is supposed to handle. Takes a bit of a burden off me, so yeah, she's okay.
Careful how you say that, Nico.
Wife's not listening to me right now, and I'm trying to be careful. Yes, definitely. Exactly, Kent. Exactly. Guys, by the way, while we're talking of it, we will be setting up more training on the Zibo here on our Discord, and we will also be doing IVAO training again pretty soon. So if you guys are interested in more training and stuff, come join us here on Discord. Some of it will be broadcast on YouTube, but some of it is private. We don't make videos of everything, or at least not public videos of everything. Some of the training we do, we have unlisted URLs, which only the students get, So anyway, the offer is open to anybody. If you guys want to study more and come meet some of the real pilots involved in the Zibo team, come say hello and come join us on Discord. James, Linda is available on the org store. I think she's about $15 US. So you're welcome to go grab a copy there. She's very useful in some areas, not very useful in other areas. So if you start watching my videos, you'll see how I use her, when I use her, and when I just skip her like a stop street. Sometimes she's just not following the same SOP as I'm used to. But you're welcome. She's a great asset, and you just need to use her the way she makes sense to you.
Good evening, all.
Hello, Kevin.
Ahoy there.
Hi, hi.
Oh, you don't have to worry about speaking to her. It took me about a month to get my voice trained up because she uses Microsoft speech recognition inside of Windows 10. But she comes with a nifty little widget, this little widget. So if you don't want to speak to her, you can physically click on the commands, you see, and then you can interact there. We've got procedures that she's involved with. Let me just move it up again. Okay, so there's the procedures, then we have the checklists and the commands. Okay, so you don't have to talk to her, you can just click a button if you're finding it difficult to speak with her. Tell you what, my Afrikaans accent trying to speak English, it's been the basis of many a joke, in the flight sim community, but the speech recognition wasn't made for it, and there are still certain words where I don't know, man, the speech recognition doesn't understand my English. Yes, she has a brother and his name is Sandy. I have no idea what Sandy is an abbreviation for, but Sandy comes in the Jar Design A320. If you purchase him, he'll fit in there.
He's rather sweet.
He's rather sweet, yes. Looks like he's got the powdered puff face as well. If you look closely, he's got lots of makeup on.
Well, I think I've got myself well and truly into coughing corner.
I'm sure that's
I've
high.
pushed it. Another good reason not to push the altitude. If you have a look at my stream link.
Hold on, let's go look. Wow, that's on the edge.
There's not much room between those yellow bands, is there?
No.
Literally a couple of knots until you're risking trouble.
Wow. I think that's one for the books.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one for the books.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's immediate disaster if you stray into them. You should really avoid them.
Yes. Yeah.
I would say so. Be interesting to see how it widens with your fuel burn, though, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a screenshot now, and then every few minutes take a screenshot, and we can compare them, because that will definitely change. Eh?
Yeah. Okay.
That's
And
a
what
good
was
one.
this? What was the FMC saying about your optimal flight level at the moment?
James, I've just given you your access rights, so you're welcome to pop in and say hello if you want.
Mac, it said maximum 377.
Oh, that's probably why you're in that position then.
I know. That's why I was pushing it. I thought it would be a good experiment.
It's a very nice one, Paul. I like it.
Well, okay, because you're in that position, presumably you're not short of fuel. Why not level change down to 3.8 and see how the gap compares?
I could do.
Just experimental, that's all.
What's the shortcut for a screenshot?
Oh, I don't know. I'm using my own NVIDIA thingy for screenshots.
If you do the, is it view? One of the drop downs top left, there it tells you, Paul.
Well, I've managed to take a 2-second movie.
Oh yeah,
Well,
if you
that will
click V, oh sorry, if you click on File top
Hey,
left, it says they
I can
take a
cry if you
screenshot
will
and it
scold
says
me.
V on my system.
do. Shift and space is a
Yes,
screenshot,
just
and control and space is a vid.
okay. Yeah, just pop in, James. Pop in and say hi. If you don't mind broadcasting your own voice, you're welcome to pop in and just say hello. You can sit here. The only thing is, if you sit here, you need to mute your YouTube audio. Otherwise, you're gonna hear yourself. It's like an echo.
It's finished, Kevin.
What's finished, Uncle John?
Just letting Kevin know. Just finished that flight.
Okay.
Coffee.
James, just one thing. This is a push-to-talk room, so you must just set up push-to-talk in your Discord settings. Use a left or a right control or a shift button, and then you can chat with. There are only 2 rooms on the server that enforces that rule, and this is one of them. And the other one is group flight, because when you fly online or when we broadcasting, you don't necessarily want to hear everybody's coughs and sneezes and everything, you know. So that's just one of those things.
You have picked a nice long one, haven't you? 1212 miles.
Yep.
I see you finished yours, John.
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago, bud.
Hello everybody, it's great to be here.
Hello, James.
Oh, hope you're all well, and hello from Scotland.
Yeah, welcome. We're all well. Thanks for joining us. Hope you can enjoy it with us.
Have been. I just wish I could fly Zibo like you guys.
Yeah, watch more videos and then when we set up training, just come join us. We'll talk you through it.
Yeah, certainly will.
One or two been asking if there was any more training sessions, Nico.
Yeah, we need to set up something formal now. After this week, this is month end week, it's going to be very busy. But afterwards, in March, we'll set up some more training.
Always a good turnout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was looking at the F mod that comes with the Zibo. It's quite a large read.
I don't like these broadcast messages you get. Beep, 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 and then all hell breaks loose with all this red writing.
It's a bit alarming.
Yeah. First thought is, what did I do wrong? What happened?
Yep.
Not any coverage.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look out the left window, you will see Jamaica. If you are familiar with the area, I think it is Jamaica.
Very nice.
Haha. It is definitely Jamaica. I've just checked on the map. Yeah, Cool Runnings. That's what I remember from Jamaica. Cool Runnings. Who saw that movie? James, your mic is picking up some rustle in the background. We can't hear you. Just say again without rustling.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, better.
This mic plays up quite a bit. I take it this is ortho, so Sky.
Yeah, this is all autos. I made them a week or two ago because I knew I was going to fly here, you know, so it's the investment I made. Today it's paying off. Todd, I've just noticed you're sitting here below me in the chat room as well. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Hello. Hyper Gaming, thank you so much. And welcome to this crazy family. I hope you're going to enjoy it with us. Yeah, we're a bunch of crazy flight simmers. We enjoy flying around like this. Guys, we have about an hour and 40 odd minutes remaining in this flight. I need to go get more coffee and snacks and stuff. Feel free to do the same. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I am back. Good morning, Steel. I am here. Sorry, I'm
Hey,
just enjoying
why
my
did you
snacks
choose
and
to
my
be a
dinner
pilot?
that all came
Just for
together.
money?
So I'm just a bit quiet, but I am here. We still have some barbecue from yesterday left over, so there's all kinds of nice things there.
It's really interesting comparing our displays here, Nico, because we're both doing the same mark to within a couple of digits at the end, and yet my indicated airspeed is 238 and yours is 273, simply because you're in slightly thicker air, which is interesting.
Yeah, you're higher than me, so less air density there.
Less air being pushed down the tube, as it were.
Yep. Hyper Gaming, I'm from South Africa. I'm in Johannesburg, South Africa.
You're 40 or 38 now, Paul?
I dipped down to about 39, and the gap in the yellow bands opened up remarkably quickly, actually, Mike.
Yeah,
And,
I thought they would.
so I didn't continue with that experiment. But what was excellent was that even though I was a gnat's whisker off getting into the yellow band, the plane actually started descent and held on to the speed beautifully.
Great.
Which was good.
So what I was getting at with AIS was you've got roughly 6,000 difference in altitude then currently?
Yes.
Yeah. Out of interest then, compare ground speeds.
Well, I was doing. Now, I haven't hit any of the headwinds yet, I don't think. Just let me check. No, I haven't. I'm doing 450 ground speed. Nico's nearly into a headwind, so if you add the ground speed plus the air speed.
If you get him to zoom in on his display, you'll see
So
what
he's
his
doing
ground
about
speed.
He's doing about 457 through the air. So he's going through the air quicker than I am.
Yeah, come. Need Nico to zoom in on his MD and then we can see what his ground speed is.
There you go.
I have a long time ago. You need to refresh your screen then.
Ah, okay, thank you. 437, thank you, Nico. And what do you say yours was, Paul?
450.
Gained a little bit, but not a lot, yeah.
My fuel burn is 1.2 tons an hour, isn't it? On each side. So I think I'm burning slightly less than Nico at the moment. By a bit. Little smidge.
It's all money, though.
That imaginary fuel is so expensive, isn't it?
Exactly. But you can understand how it equates to real life. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You think, oh, one flight, but multiply that by 1,000 flights a day.
And I've just emptied my centre tank.
I never switched. Yeah, I never switched my center tank off, Mac, and I see it was switched off, so it must have been Linda. So there's 450 kgs in it, which I'm going to burn.
I was just going to say Nico's hanging on just to keep his centre tank wet.
No, I'm going to burn it.
Did the low pressure light any reason flash? I'm wondering if that's what prompted Linda to turn it off.
No, I never saw that. If it happened while I wasn't here, I wouldn't have noticed, but she definitely intervened.
But quite late, because you would have set off with, what, 2 or 3 tons in there?
Yeah, I had over 3 tons.
Always leaves 450. She switches it off at 450.
Yeah, because that was the old way of doing it.
But you would have been well into cruise at that stage, surely.
Paul, it's like 20 minutes ago. Within the last 20 minutes, he switched it off because we burned over 3 tons.
What can you go? I burn it off. As soon as I notice it, I burn it off.
Right, if we're looking at some gauges, what's your differential pressure at the moment, Nico? I'm just touching the yellow at 8.2.
No, mine is lower.
It's amazing, those 4,000 feet make a massive difference, don't they?
Oh yeah.
One way or another.
Yep.
Oh, actually, you're at 34, are you?
I am.
6,000 feet then. Interesting stuff.
What altitude are you at, Paul?
I'm at 40.
Yeah, thinner air, you see.
Yeah, much.
Based an inch.
How now, Mac?
Go.
I have to tell you, I often make mistakes when I'm worried.
Don't worry, Linda, I am here.
The cruise levels altitudes above flight level 370. The max differential pressure is 8.35, which will result in a cabin altitude of 8,000 at flight level 41,000.
My cabin alt's 8,000.
So is that not correct then? Sounds correct to me.
Yep.
That is, but the max differential pressure is 8.35.
Well, I'm not quite pushing that, which is a good thing. Don't want to pop the skin or anything, do we?
No. Well, the maximum. the maximum pressure is 9.1.
Yeah. Yellow starts at 8.3, yes.
I'll send you a link, Paul. Just give you.
Still, I think Mac is okay. His mic or his headset is not okay, but Mac as a person is okay. I don't know what's happening on his side. He'll have to fix it.
Are you sure?
No.
Papino, you have a question about the strobe lights when you put it on and when to put it on steady. Okay, steady is for ground movement. The moment you get to the runway, you usually put it on. It needs to be on before you get on the runway. You leave it on until you get off the runway on the other side, right? There we go. There's my low pressure now. Can switch those ones off. All right, then the logo lights, usually I switch it on when it's nighttime. I switch it on at the ramp already. I do my pushback taxiing, everything with it, take off, fly with it, land back at the gate. I switch it off. I don't have any air law that says you should do it differently, but I do know there are different SOPs. So the SOPs will probably say, no, you only put it on there and there, or above 10,000 feet you switch it off, whatever. That is for whoever uses that SOP. I just leave mine on because it looks pretty. When I go and look outside, I can see my tail, you know. So those are the two lights I think you were asking about. So these must be the Cayman Islands. Hello, Amar. Welcome. What do you want to see, Steel?
I hope we don't crash. Last time was not enough.
Shame. Okay. Still, I'll answer you just now. My son's just calling me quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, Steel. I'm not familiar with painting and kits and liveries. You're gonna have to ask Jared, or one of these guys that is in our group who does the livery paintings and stuff. I'm clueless what those things are about. Still, I'm just thinking out loud. Just make a post here in the technical channel here on Discord. Say, hey guys, I'm looking for somebody to help me. Maybe that'll help. Otherwise, go to Facebook. Those are just suggestions.
question, Nico.
Yep.
Which approach are you using into Merida?
RNP runway 28. I haven't checked the METAR if it's changed, but that was the last. It's a 4-knot wind, so it's much as you can use any runways.
I'm doing the shorter runway from the south. So you said 28
straight in.
RNP.
Yeah, it's a straight in.
It's just that I noticed my chart's pretty much the same. It says altitude set to millibars, brackets inches on request.
Well, if I look at the METAR, it gives it to me in inches. Okay.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm just gonna stick to that.
Just thought it was interesting. Here's another one for you then. I'm going to treat this like an RNAV approach.
Yeah.
But it's called an RNP.
But it's RNAV.
Yeah. So is an RNP a subcategory of RNAV?
Yep.
Because it also says GNSS is required.
No, it's all variants. It's
weird.
Yeah.
I do get confused.
We'll take it as it comes, Paul.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
We'll probably get the Ian, as we get in, so we'll just ride on the Ian and get it over with.
Hit the approach button and we're laughing.
Wah ha ha. Wah ha ha. Hold on to your hat, sir, and there we go.
Well, I must say that after this length of flight, I do hope it goes all right. If I fluff it at the last minute, then, well.
It's going to be a hot saw, man. Don't fluff it. Just
Absolutely.
do it. If you have to do a go around and do it visual, because the weather is pretty. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the weather. So.
Yeah, plan for the go around. That's what they say.
Yeah. As long as you don't crash, you can always do a go around. Try again. This SR22 made me do a go around yesterday with a similar approach into Key West. This one takes you down to 1,700 mandatory at Mike Delta 501. They had it took me down to 1,500, and I'm sitting there waiting. I'm so used to Ian and all of that. And then I realized, oh crap, nothing of this is going to happen. Disconnect and dive. And as I'm diving, I'm overspeeding completely. I mean, I would have landed at the last quarter of the runway if I touched down. So I just pulled back up, went, go around, came again. It's funny when you're used to one aircraft and the other one just doesn't do things the same.
Damn, got something to the eye.
Ooh, that sounds familiar. Are you on the mountain today? Shame. 162 nautical miles for top of descent, Paul.
455.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I don't often get this much time to have a proper look round
Mm.
and a head scratch.
Yeah.
I usually prefer the shorter flights.
Yeah.
Is there any way of seeing the outside air temperature?
Should
the
be,
actual outside air
yeah,
temperature.
should be
somewhere?
page 2 from progress. Your total air temperature on my side is minus 24. SAT is minus 52. Yeah, you can read it there.
Yeah. So SAT stands for what? Sorry.
That's what I'm trying to think now. I used to know. I'll tell you now. Isn't it static or something? SAT. Temperature. Let's see. Static air temperature, yes. The outside air temperature is OAT or static air temperature.
Okay, so it's the same thing, really.
Yes. It refers to the temperature of the air around the aircraft, but is unaffected by the passage of the aircraft through it. So that is, if you were to jump out the aircraft just now, the aircraft goes and leaves you behind, that's what you would have, minus 52.
And the TAT is the temperature that the aircraft is feeling, in effect, which is the one that you
I
use
think
when
so.
you're deciding whether you're icing or what have you.
Yeah.
So there must be some kind of pressure or friction effect that brings it up.
Yep.
So I was looking at what the temperature should be on both the OFP and in active sky. And it should be around minus 50 something for me. And my TAT is minus 30. So it just got my head scratching. It's all very good stuff.
You'll have to stop doing long flights, Paul.
Getting me thinking too much.
You've got too much time to think.
We only have a 7-mile visibility at our destination.
Oh.
Overcast at 2,000 feet.
Oh. Yeah.
I can see there's a bit of weather below us here.
Well, the difference between the temperature and the dew point means that it's proper cloud rather than foggy stuff, I should think.
Hello Dimitri, welcome. Yeah, it's a wee while to go yet, but we're getting there. Well, 77 nautical miles for top of descent, and I can quickly do this one, 4.27. Still, I'm flying in OpenGL. Sorry, I don't know how I missed that sentence of yours, that question, but yeah, I'm flying OpenGL. Until I have my confidence back with Vulcan, I'll stick to OpenGL. So far, so good. I haven't had another crash yet in Vulcan, but I fly that offline when I don't mind doing a rage quit when nobody sees me, you know? Right, there's the descent started.
Approaching transition. Transition level. $1,000 to level off.
Yes, Olaf, can't wait. It's been a long one, and there are others that are longer than this one. I'll have to get more snacks. Oh, and there's a steep descent now, so better get on the brakes. Paul.
Yes, sir.
From NAPRI to Rakep is one hell of a steep descent. Be prepared to hit your speed brake there, eh?
Let's see if that works.
NAPRI to Rakep, it's one hell of a steep descent. And you got to keep the brakes going because you're almost below 10,000 feet and then they penalize you, then you can't log your leg. So you must look out for this one. I'm braking like crazy right now. Yeah, this must be one heck of a roller coaster if you're in the back of this plane and all of a sudden you take a nosedive. Sure. Ah, this thing was going over 4,000 feet a minute. Okay, made it.
Oh, Sky, can you still hear?
we still here? Sorry, who's speaking? Is that James?
James, yes, I was away, sorry. Had to get a couple of things organised. Just in time for landing, I see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I took.
That's fine, that's fine. Hallo Damper, goeiemiddag, welkom. Jy's net betyds.
So what time is it where you are, Sky?
Sorry, say again?
What time is it where you are in South Africa?
I'm not following you. The audio isn't that
1000 to
good.
level
Are you
off.
asking where I am in South Africa? I've sent you a PM here in Discord, James.
No worries. Miss make your phone plays up a lot.
Sometimes I can hear you really well, and other times I'm really struggling to hear you. Not sure why, but anyway, I'll keep trying. Are you on your mobile or on your PC?
I'm on my PC, but I've been having trouble with my latency lately. It's not.
Okay. I've turned your volume down a little bit. You sound better now. I think you were coming down, through the line a little bit too loudly. So, go ahead. You can try ask your question again.
Oh, no worries. I was asking what time is it where you are in South Africa? What time is it?
What time is it? Is that what you're asking? If that is what you're asking, we are 2 hours ahead of the UK. So we're UTC +2.
I thought it was much longer than that.
No, and in your summer it's only 1 hour difference.
That's it. Our summer. What summer?
Yeah. Well, whatever you want to call summer there.
Well, how long was this flight? 3 hours?
This flight is almost over, but it's like almost 4 hours. Just I think it's over 3 hours now already. Let's see. Oh, 2 hours and 55 minutes so far. So it's going to be just over 3 hours on this flight. Sorry, thought it was longer. Felt longer.
Yeah. I like the wee touch on the pad there.
That's steep
2000 to level
Nico.
off.
Was it predicted when you put the flight plan in?
Yeah, but I click so fast past those warnings. It doesn't mean anything to me. I just handle it when it comes. So I think I did see that. James, you're broadcasting. Can you let go of your button, please?
I'll just order it.
Just gonna mute him a bit.
Langas, are you on press to talk?
He should be, because it's required in this channel. I think what happens is he keeps his button pressed.
I'm going to drag him to another room,
Do
Nico.
that, do that, do that.
Yeah, I've got about 24 miles to drop 10,000 feet after that waypoint, so I shall be. I've lowered the speed to 250 before I hit that waypoint though, so that might help.
It should help, yeah.
But thanks for the warning. I'll be very alert to that now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see we've got Ian, so I mean, I can actually use Ian already, so. It's going to make this approach a bit easier.
No, I didn't
Flaps one
contact
set.
him, but he's gone muted or whatever.
Okay, cool.
I muted him back.
He's new here, so I think it's a question of just
Yeah,
learning and understanding, you know, how it works.
I appreciate
Flaps
that,
5
but I
set.
was just going to make certain he got press to talk set
Of
up,
course.
but I couldn't. He didn't answer me.
No worries.
Flaps 15
You only
set.
have to press your press to talk button when you're actually speaking, Lankers, instead of transmitting all the time.
I've actually muted him. I can't hear him, so if he's trying to talk to me, please just tell him we can talk later because I need to concentrate now.
And I can hear him in the background. Can you, Mac?
Yeah. He's gone.
Right.
Flaps 30 set.
Alright, things are happening, guys. Things are happening. We're almost ready to land.
Visibility looks nice, Nico.
I can see the faint outline of the runway at least. Thank you, James. Come back after the stream and then we can help you sort out that audio, because if you want to be part of it, you know, there's just a couple of things we need to run through to make sure that you're okay and we're
Taxi
okay and all
lights
those
on.
things. But
1000 to level off.
hang tight, I just need to land now.
Don't feel put off, James. It's just, we just need to quickly go through, make certain you've got it set up correctly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Approaching 28.
Minimums.
The Ian flies this beautifully, Paul, this approach.
That's good to hear.
Knowing Paul, he'll be doing something different just to be adventurous.
Well, maybe, but I think I might just be conventional this time after 3 hours investment.
Yeah. Changes a man. This investment is much.
200.
How's it, Lloyd?
100. 50, 40, 30, 20.
Dang, this is looking good, Nico.
Speed brake up. Reverse unlocked. Auto brake in use. Stabilized.
Thank you, guys. This tailwind is messing with me. I mean, I'm steering here like crazy to counter this thing. It's crazy. Paul, it's not a full-on tailwind, but it comes from
60
about
knots.
5 o'clock or so. maybe 4:30. And I tell you what, I had to battle this
3,000 feet
flipping
remaining.
thing here at one stage now.
Well, the slightly bit of adventurous thing I'm trying is I'm coming on the short way, coming in on the short runway from the south.
Okay.
So, in theory, I've got a slight headwind.
Okay, alright. I know, I got it
But
bad
if I
here
get
at
it
one
wrong, I
end.
might run out of runway.
We knew you'd have to do it differently, Paul.
There'd be something there, yes.
Approaching 1-8.
So Lloyd, I don't know why it was so hard. This landing was exceptionally hard in relation to my other ones, if you compare them. But thanks for the confidence of 142. This was like 3 times more. I don't know why it was so much, but anyway.
Was it gusting, Nico?
It
Did
was.
all
It
of
was.
us,
No,
right, in that case, did it all of a sudden gust back and,
I didn't notice the exact you know, winds, but I mean, I watched it until I had to concentrate on the actual landing. Now it was like 7 knots there from the back. Anything's possible, and if you look at the way I rolled out, I was on the center line. The next moment, the nose just went to the right, and I had to quickly counter it without rolling this thing. You know, so the wind definitely seems to have moved a little bit. You know, after landing procedure. Anyway, great fun. It's all part of
After landing procedure.
the story,
Oh,
you know.
yeah, no 2 landings are the same.
Yeah. Six minutes.
After landing procedure completed. Flaps upset.
Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
Right. Thank you for flying Skymatix today, ladies and gentlemen. We made it. Whoop, whoop. Now we just need to give it another 4 odd minutes.
Shutdown procedure completed.
Yeah, I think it was a lovely landing myself. I hate these stupid um, landing rate monitors. You know, it's great fun sometimes. Other times like this, it's just like, where do you dial from? I mean, where are you calling from? It just doesn't compute. One and a half minutes. Right, there's 6 minutes and 30 seconds coming up now. 3 hours and 10 minutes block time. Wow. Right, so let's disconnect IVAO. Lloyd, go and spawn on a runway. Start your flight on a runway, and then you'll see it comes from a certain area there. We can try do it just now. Then we can give a certain point of reference. I can't tell you how I do it online because it's not appropriate, but I'll also tell you that later. I'm not doing like 12 now. Ooh, we're gonna land behind the freaking trees. We're not even gonna see the landing. No, man.
The other thing, that the reference point is relevant to what your view is that you're looking from in the
Yeah.
cockpit, and no two people may necessarily have the same
True.
viewpoint.
True, but it's still a good guide. But we'll talk about that off stream. We can't broadcast that. YouTube will demonetize the video. That was a bit of a shaky story there at one point. Look at that.
How far's Paul out?
He's a way out.
About another 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe.
Oh, okay.
It's not worth hanging on for me.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. You know we love you.
I did.
We'll catch up on you on stream in Discord if you care to hit the button.
Okay.
And if Nico doesn't close his X-plane, he can do a tower view perhaps.
No, I'm going to close it now, Mac. I need to run for a few minutes. I'll come back later.
No, I meant in Discord, Nico.
Okay.
That was still nice, Nico. Hello.
I think so. I think so. All right. So, ladies and gents, on YouTube, we will see each other tomorrow sometime. I cannot guarantee because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow morning. I cannot guarantee that there will be a stream in the morning. But the other one is already scheduled for the afternoon. So, God willing, we'll meet each other then again. If I get to stream earlier, you'll be the first to know if you rang the bell. So, we'll talk then. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, Nico.
Cheers, Nico, and thanks.
Bye bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.